Hi, people. I'm inside because it's just too hot to be outside. I can't take it anymore. Got another almost 2 months of this heat, probably, and ugh. So I've been trying to keep up with things in the garden. These are my ghost peppers. See, is that a good shot? I don't know. I need to get these fermenting. I'm going to make a jar of fermented hot pepper sauce. And yeah, probably about a 10-year supply. Anyway, you don't need very much ghost pepper hot sauce. But I've been working on canning. Here's some jars of just tomato sauce. It's just tomatoes with a little sugar and salt added because they're not very sweet, because I really have to pick them before they're ideally ripe, because otherwise they're rotting right on the plants, or even on my kitchen counter they start rotting before they're completely ripe. I also did 5 jars of this corn relish, which I've never made before, but I didn't grow the corn, but I grew the cucumbers, peppers, and celery in it. I thought this would be really good mixed with a bag of black-eyed peas, frozen black-eyed peas, and make like a salad out of it. So I did that. I have 6 jars of relish, cucumber relish, which I don't eat per se unless I can get a hold of some knockwursts. I like it but I like it in my potato salad. So I made that. And these are just canned tomatoes, raw packed, different varieties. There's these, which are ripe, even though they're green when they're ripe. And there's red. They look like jewels, don't they? And you see how pretty they are? Yeah, so I did those. And I also canned the juice, which is a great base for soup, vegetable soups and stuff. So I've done that. I dried celery tops to use like parsley. More of those. Let's see. So that's that counter. The problem is I don't have a lot of pantry space. So yeah, I got to figure this out. And I actually had pears from my pear tree. The lighting is terrible in here. But I canned those. One of my pear trees. I planted it 9 years ago. And it finally produced some pears. 9 pears, one for every year. 9 jars. So some have cinnamon in them. And some are just plain. Yeah, so they look pretty good too. I'm happy about them. I did pickled green tomatoes. Yeah, I think I have 7 jars so far. There's not really many tomatoes left out in the garden. What's there will probably rot because they're just not ripening before they begin to rot. So yeah, so those are for my sibling and some for the neighbor. I just this morning made this mess with all my spices and herbs, but it's a homemade jerk seasoning blend I make, which I got some chicken thighs from Kroger this morning, so I'm going to roast them with that on it. It's got all kinds of goodies in it. Dried Scotch bonnets from last year, because this year's aren't ripe. And rosemary and thyme from the garden, and all kinds of allspice, cloves, nutmeg, cinnamon, black pepper. Oh gosh. Some sugar, salt, cumin. I don't grow all that stuff, of course. But yeah, so that was good. Yeah, I've got over here. Oh, look at that mess. I've been working on tinctures. Got yarrow, skullcap, 2 jars of skullcap tincture, catnip, self-heal. What's that? More self-heal, parsley, some plantain oil, which I actually need to strain. Elderberry, isn't that pretty? It's the elderberry flower tincture. That's so pretty. This is a bug spray I'm working on with witch hazel. It's got lavender and Carolina mint, mountain mint, witch hazel, and lemon zest in it. So I'm working on that. Queen Anne's lace tincture. I dried mullein, and this lavender's for a tea mix I make. And I made celery salt. So yeah, I've got, which I thought I would sell, but I really like it. But so anyway, it's made with the leaves of the celery I grew and kosher salt. Still got garlic drying. Got some tomatoes here. I just picked more Tulsi that I got to bundle up and dry. I've been trying to stay on top of that this year to see how much I can get. Maybe I'll package it and sell it. Look at that. There's a few tomatoes and peppers on the table. I've got to peel that bowl of garlic and get it in the freezer. I don't have luck with storing garlic. I don't know what I do wrong, but... And this is from my other pear tree. And there's a few okras in there I got to eat today. But, yeah, there's your real pears, you know. These are little hard spots in them that you got to pick out. I think I'm going to actually cook these into pear butter / pear caramel, which I made with the ends of these pears. I had all the scraps and I cooked them down, and I got a jar of this delicious, where is it? Oh, here it is, a bag of green beans in the fridge. This, which I'm calling pear caramel. I'm going to can it eventually. It's good. It's good. And I've got jars of pickled beets in here in the fridge. That has pickled eggs in it. And then back there's a jar of pickled beets. And one big jar here of fermented cucumber chunks, garlic cucumbers, which I love. So yeah, they'll last a while. Anyhow, so that's what I've been trying to do since I'm not spending time outside. I have to pick blueberries. Yeah, soon. Like in a couple hours, I'm going to go out and pick blueberries. I'm waiting for the sun to get behind the trees so it's not so hot. Well, it's still hot, but at least I'm not standing in direct sunlight. And yeah, so I have to do that later, but yeah, I've been canning and I'm not great at it, but I keep going. So anyway, so at least the garden's been giving me some harvests. So anyway, stay cool. Bye.